Hello there, Aquarius. I got me a little microphone setup going on here, but besides that, everything's going to be the same, but I'm coming back at you with our readings that we used to do. These ones are going to be focusing on love and spirituality. This reading will be for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, okay? Also, you guys, I really appreciate all the love you've been giving me. I'm just kind of going to get right into it, because we have two decks we're going to be using for this. And so I'm going to shuffle. And I have an incantation here that will help us guide our reading. And this will be from August 11th to August 18th. This information will be for whoever needs guidance and love, and will always be for the highest good. And this information will be for the highest good. I just like saying that part over again. Sounds really nice, doesn't it? Alright, so we're going to start your reading. And our first card that we're going to be doing is, we're going to be focusing on the spirituality part first. And so we're going to be looking at, in the past, what happened with you spiritually. And I see the Eight of Wands, and I get the Two of Coins in reverse. So, spiritually developed, or spiritual development, I do feel like it was taking off very, very quickly. I do see that there is something to do with, there could possibly have been travel. There could have been going to distant lands, maybe teaching people in other places different spiritual practices. Or this could have been something where you're connecting with a community where people are all around the world. But I do sense that there is this feeling of needing to move forward in a spiritual way, but not being able to grasp onto what exactly you need to do. I do feel like this is in the past, though. I don't feel like this is the present energy. So for you Aquariuses out there, I do feel as though that was in the past. I feel like things are kind of more cementing now. If there's anything you're doing for spiritual development, I feel like you're seeing things coming to fruition now. Especially with Mercury in retrograde, things tend to, I feel like psychic abilities tend to manifest quicker, or spiritual abilities or gifts tend to manifest quicker during this time, okay? So that's what I'm seeing here. We're going to look at what's happening right now. And I get the Four of Wands in reverse. And I get the Five of Coins. So this is an interesting thing too, because we're looking at kind of the same situation. So the past kind of carries on into the future. However, when I see the Four of Wands in reverse, I'm seeing something where it's hard to make a foundation. It's hard to move forward. This is interesting. And I do, again, feel like there's something to do with poverty. There's something to do with not being able to move forward. And this could be just like a situation that feels kind of hopeless. It feels kind of helpless, right? These cards are very similar. These are the two Pentacle cards, like color-wise. They're very similar. These are the two Wand cards, okay? There's very similar colors here. I'm seeing dark and light. I'm seeing duality. And so there's this aspect of our shadow selves. Maybe we're doubting. Maybe we're beating ourselves up. Maybe there's that anxiety coming up. But we are enough and we can move forward here. To me, I just feel like we're beating ourselves up. When I see the Five of Coins in a spiritual reading, I feel like it has to do with security and having that kind of mental security. You're feeling, I feel like more so now, you feel like you're being tested. And in a way, you are being tested. This is a way for you to find out who you really are. You can't pass or fail the test so much, but you can find out who you really are and what kind of circumstances you can go through and how strong and resilient you can be, okay? You're not going to pass or fail, like I said earlier. Let me do this here. So that's definitely what I'm seeing. Let's move on, though, and let's look at what's going to be happening in the future. So with this energy that we're talking about, when we're moving forward, when we're integrating, because I do feel like there's shadow side stuff coming up, right? I feel like there's shadow side. I feel like there's things that need to be integrated. So what do? We refrain from judgment, okay? That's the important part. We refrain from judging any part of ourselves, because that doesn't help us grow. Instead, we look at things the way an observer would look at something. The way you're walking and you're looking at a tree, you're not judging the tree, you're just looking at it, you're observing it. When we have problems, we need to do the same things. Observe the problem, don't obsess about it, don't judge it. And if you do that, don't beat yourself up about doing that, okay? It's all about looking at it in a non-judgmental way and learning. That's what this is all about. And if you can't do that in the moment, that's okay too, okay? Don't beat yourself up over that, okay? So we're going to look at what does the future hold, right? So I'm seeing the Page of Swords in reverse, and I'm seeing the Three of Cups in reverse. So this is interesting. The other two elements came in. So now we have air and water. So when I see the Page of Swords in reverse, I do feel like there's this feeling of advancing beyond where you were before. You no longer feel like a beginner, so you feel like the mistakes that you're making right now, or possibly in the future, you feel like you shouldn't be making these mistakes. Always be learning, okay? ABL. Always be learning. If we are ever in a point where we think we know all there is to know in our profession that we've chosen, there's usually more that we need to know. There's usually more that we need to know to grow and to become better. Okay, and so we need to kind of, if we have to drop what we're doing and learn a new way because the old way wasn't working, look at that as an investment in yourself and a form of self-love. Don't look at that as giving up. Look at it as a way of kind of going a different route to find what learning suits you best, what style of learning suits you best, and how you learn. Find a different teacher, find a different means to an end, okay? Don't look at it as you're giving up, because you're not. You're just trying to learn in a different way. You're trying to understand things in a different way. And sometimes the more advanced we get, the more we have to learn from different people. The more we have to step out of our boundaries, and we have to realize that different people can teach us different things. Different spiritual teachers or masters can teach us different things, okay? When I see the Three of Cups in reverse, I feel like there is a lack of cooperation. So if you need to, please reach out and talk to a spiritual community. Get yourself out there and understand that you're not alone in what you're going through. It feels like it, but that's an illusion. You're not alone. We're all connected, and you need to reach out, and you need to ask for help, and you need to ask for guidance. If you feel like you're drawn to do so, it doesn't make you a failure to ask for help. It doesn't make you someone who's less than anyone else to ask for help or to seek guidance in some way, okay? That's what this is about. This can be a very humbling experience, but it can also be a very beautiful experience, and it can be a very joyous one to have, because then you have a sense of community. You have a sense of belonging. Okay. That was a lot to say. All right, we're going to move on to your love reading. Okay. And if you guys enjoy these readings, please like, share, and subscribe, because the more subscribers we get, the more likes and comments we get, the more people see these videos, and I just enjoy helping people. So I would really enjoy if you guys spread the word. Okay, so we're going to move on to the love reading. So, what happened in the past with love? That is fascinating. So I get the Lovers, and I get the Nine of Coins. Okay? When I see these two cards together in the past, I do feel like there was a very strong relationship, and I feel like it was going somewhere. This is an interesting thing. So, some of you could still definitely be in a very strong and committed relationship. So for those of you that are like that, maybe this won't apply to you as much, because to me, this is someone who's in a strong, committed relationship, and I try to read for all people. So what I'm saying, you guys, take this the way that you interpret it. Take it the way you need to take it. If it doesn't resonate, realize it doesn't resonate. Because sometimes what I say will resonate with you, sometimes it won't. Doesn't make it right or wrong, it just makes it a reading. Okay, sometimes it's meant for you, sometimes it's meant for them, sometimes it's meant for whoever needs to hear it. Okay? So that's what I'm seeing here. I do feel like there's a very strong connected relationship here. It's actually one of the best two cards you can get next to each other when we're talking about love to start off. This is in the past though, so I'm going to look at what's going on in the present. Queen of Wands, Ace of Swords, and both of these are in reverse. So Queen of Wands in reverse and Ace of Swords in reverse. Maybe you lost someone in a loving relationship. It doesn't have to be like a sexual kind of relationship. It could be a family kind of relationship too. But maybe we lost someone. Maybe there's a sense of someone leaving the earth. Maybe someone has passed on. I do see, when I see the Queen of Wands in reverse, that to me says that there's passion that has gone. There's something that once was lit up. There's something that once was a spark, and now it's kind of died down. And when I see the Ace of Swords in reverse, it's hard for you to start a new way of thinking. So that's what I feel. There's kind of like you're stuck right now, or you're in the grieving process. Either way, I do feel like for some reason this connection was cut short. So let me know down in the comments if that resonates with any of you guys, because what I'm seeing here is that things were very good, and then for some reason things got cut short. And I do feel like it was something where it seemed sudden. Because I don't feel like it's something where it's like it dragged on and then it was cut off. I feel like there was a sudden something that happened and it kind of jarred all the energy. Okay? That's what I'm seeing there. And then let me do this here. Okay, so in the future I see the Ace of Wands in reverse, which is interesting. So there's probably going to be something that happens that tries to reignite that spark within you. I feel like it's going to be difficult for you to understand exactly what's going on. I see the Chariot, and to me the Chariot card here is about striving for, like triumphing, striving for something, really going after something. And so when I see these cards here, I feel like you're going to be chasing after something, but at first you're not going to know exactly what it is. And I know that sounds strange and it sounds vague. That's what I'm seeing here. Okay, so it's going to be something maybe you've wanted to do, and maybe you'll realize that you have expertise in it, even though you have not really done it on a professional level, or you haven't really done it in a way that makes sense, but it's going to be a gift that you kind of discover that you could possibly have. That's one of the explanations. Another thing is that you're going to be doubting yourself a little bit in the future. There's going to be this moment where you feel like you should have all the answers and you don't. And where this relates to love is that I feel like you're going to be looking for something where it's the same as it was before, and it won't be. Okay, that was a different part of our lives. Moving forward, it's still going to be beautiful, it's still going to be amazing, but it's going to be different, because that's what life is about a changing ebb and flow. We don't want the same, we want different. Things happen for us to change and evolve over time, okay? This one's kind of a more somber one for me to give, but you guys, if this is going on with you, please know that I appreciate you guys, okay? You are loved, you are cared for, and yes. So I'm going to do a little bit more of a reading here, closing my eyes, and I'm going to see what I can pick up psychically for you guys, and then we'll go from there, okay? Alright, stay with me, guys. Okay, so first thing I'm feeling is I'm feeling excitement. I'm feeling a lot of excitement. But it's not like controllable excitement. It's like very, very strong. It's like kind of like a Christmas morning kind of excitement, but it's like it's uncontrollable, and it feels very like, it doesn't feel like it's almost like a strong form of anxiety in a way, but it's like an excited kind of anxiety. It feels very strange. I've never really felt that way before. I'm seeing something to do with a car, and I'm seeing something to do with Saturn. So I think Saturn is a kind of car too. I'm not sure, but I'm definitely seeing something to do with that, and I'm seeing ice as well. And so to me, if I put this message kind of together, what I feel is that there's something going on with, there could be something going on with a planetary energy. I do feel that there is a sense of being stuck, a sense of being frozen. The car seat to me would symbolize kind of like a prison in a way, where we've put ourselves into the seat and we've buckled ourselves in. We're able to take the buckle out. That, to me, the car seat symbolizes like a prison of the buckle, and then you take it off, and then you have that. So you're able to unbuckle yourself and let yourself out when you're ready, but there's no rush for you to do that. But know that you are in control of your own life when the time comes. Okay? And know that the energy of things right now can feel very strong. It will start to calm down. You guys just need to breathe, look at some spiritual exercises, meditate, do things like that, because things will start to level off. That ice energy that I got, that's not meant to be a bad thing. That's meant to slow things down to the point where we can start to breathe again, and we can start to understand what's going on again, and things don't seem so rapidly changing. Let me know, guys, if this makes sense to you, but that's what I'm seeing here, and especially in a love reading, that's just what I'm seeing, okay? If you guys enjoyed the video, please like, share, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And I look forward to hearing from you guys down in the comments. Also, feel free to look at my website down below. I do readings, I do energy healings. We can talk about traumas that have happened, and we can start to heal from those. That's what me and my guides specialize in. So please look at that down below, and I will talk to you guys next week. All right, take care.